Hey guys, how's everything going? This is JSer who is not good at algorithms. In this video, I'm going to take a look at 339 nested list weight sum. We're given a nested list of integers, return the sum of all integers in the list weighted by their depth. Each element is either an integer or list. Okay, so list in the list, recursion. It's possibly recursion, whose elements may also be integers or other list. Cool. So, well, let's just try to analyze the example like this. We're getting the sum of this. So basically, the default depth will be 1, right? So we loop through the elements. We found another array. We need to get the depth sum of this one. But so we can just do it recursively and get the sum here. The condition is little different than the outermost layer. Is that for the outermost its layer is 1, but the net layer should be 2, right? So you see, so after we get that, and then we get the 2, and then get this, we could do recursively. So, well, we could create the get sum. Is it a AR array? And the depth, right? So let the sum equal 0 for let item of array if array is array item. If it is array, we need to return and get a sum item with depth plus 1, right? If not, sum plus, not a return, oh my god, should sum plus it with get a sum, right? If not, we'll just sum it times its weight, which is depth. And then we return and get a sum nested list with initial depth with 1. So I think we're done. With the recursion, it's so simple. Let's try to review our code before we submit. Oh, this is the input. This step is a 1. I found it. We return with sum. Okay, we loop through the element. The first one is 1 is array. So we'll get sum. This array with a depth 2. And then we go to 2. We plus with depth 2. But in this 1 it will be sum. And then 1 for depth will be 2. So 2 return 2. 2 plus 2, 4. So 4 plus 2 plus 4, 10. I think it should work. No. Typo. God. Not a number? Really? Really? Huh? Really? What happened? Okay, let's log AR. Oh god, it's not array, it's a nested integer. This is the interface that allows to create this. You should not implement it or speculate about its implementation. Nested integer. A get list. So, okay. Type of nest. Get integer. Add get list. Is integer. I see. So there is that. I didn't know that there is a special interface for this. So let of item. If item is integer, we just do this, right? So the item get integer. and this will be item get list, and so we use this. This is array. Yeah, it should work. Still not right. Get integer is not a function. Ah, typo. Cool. Let's submit. Well, it's very simple. It's just recursion. Time. Well, each element is actually traversed, I think once. So linear time. Space. There's a call stack, which is a depth of this array. So worst, linear. Nothing to discuss. Let's try to rewrite this recursion into iteration. Well, because we're getting the depth, right? This depth, the same depth for the whole bunch of elements. So it's definitely will be BFS. So BFS, we use a queue. So okay, so the queue would be nested list. Could we modify them? Maybe not. I just slice it. And we define a variable called the sum 0. So we will get an element out and push the inner element in. Right? Yeah, and the depth will be a global variable. Let's say the depth will be first one be a 1, and we need to, when we process 1 we push the 1 in, but we need to separate. We need to know whether we end it or not. So I'll push a null here. We could check by index for here. Maybe we'll check by index. Okay, let's try some different approaches while the queue is not empty. We will do it layer by layer. So let's the count should be queue.length. Well, count is bigger than 0. So we will shift the elements out. So count should stop at 1. Okay, so this is right. And we shift it out. So const head equals q shift. Now, if head is integer, we do what? We sum, right? Head get integer times the depth. If it is not, it's a list, then we get the list, and we push all the elements into the queue and wait for the next round of the process. So queue push list. Yeah, and don't forget to update the depth. Finally, we return the sum. So the idea is, every time for the specific depth, like for the first depth, we process them, we find the numbers and add them to the sum. And now for the rest, it's a list, so we push to the queue and wait for the next round. So next round queue would be for ones, right? And the depths will be updated to 2, so we get the sum. Yeah, this should also work. Cool. Yeah, so it's accepted. And it's pretty simple. The time would be the same. Each number will actually be traversed for once. If it's too deep, actually, it's not linear time, but of the numbers, but also the brackets will be also counted. But generally, it should be linear time. For space, we use a queue. This queue will be will hold the maximum of numbers which are the same depth. Well, for that, the maximum is still linear, right? Cool. So that's all for this one. Hope it helps. See you next time. Bye-bye.